Welcome to Drawfee, where we take dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings, Yugi boy.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's right. It's me, Maximilian Jacob, holder of the Millennium Stylus.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Maximilian Jacob.
Good.
And I'm Karina. I'm also here.
What a beginning. Wow.
I'm not going to keep doing that. Don't worry.
You've activated my trap card. Welcome to, we're doing knockoff Yu-Gi-Oh! We're drawing those good card friends.
I love the Yugi boys.
They're dueling monsters. They're having a good time, and we're just gonna hack them right up. I'm sure someone suggested this at some point.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they did, but we're bad.
But we're bad. So
Whoops.
if it was you, say it was me in the comments, as per usual, when we lose the actual comment. But we know it was you. We believe you.
We've got Karina here too as our actual expert.
Yes.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
She'll do the knockoffs that make sense.
Yeah, we're gonna get some deep cuts. We got some real actual lore in here. I'm just gonna get into it. I'm gonna start drawing our knockoff Yugi.
Oh yeah, we gotta have a Yugi.
We gotta have a Yugi. I watched a fair amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a youth.
I did too. I think I watched all the way up until they had the Egyptian god cards, and they were dueling with Bakura on the flying thing.
That is not very far.
As a kid, it seemed like I'd watched a lot of it because I had to wait every Saturday.
Was the god cards before or after Battle City, the Battle City arc?
That is during Battle City.
That's during Battle City. Okay.
Yeah.
So I watched into the Orichalcos, the Seal of Orichalcos. That one.
I don't know what that is, so you must have beat me out at some point.
But I also played some Yugi cards as well.
I challenge you to Yugi cards.
Right, because in the show, it's called Duel Monsters. But then in real life, they made a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game that's called Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which in the show is just what Yugi screams when he transforms.
Yeah, when he's in the dark room.
Yeah, he just screams, Yu-Gi-Oh! And but he only does that for a little bit and then he stops.
So
I guess he realized it was stupid.
I've just gotta get this hair huge,
That's
right?
reasonable, yeah.
This is him. This is he.
Karina, I remember when we were at a live show and you were asked to draw a Yugi. And you showed me at that time the proper way to draw a Yugi. And it always starts with the 5-fingered hand turkey hair.
It's a hand. That's literally it.
You just draw a hand
That's
and then
some fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Trivia.
add an anime voice to the bottom of it.
So this is in fact too close. So I'm gonna sort of lump it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lump it a little bit. This hair.
Ew.
Well, you've activated my trap card by saying ew.
Oh no.
All I had coming into this episode was an idea for a name for a knockoff Yugi, and that of course is Yucky.
I thought it was going to be Yu-Gi-Oh!
Damn it.
That's the title of the episode right there.
Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the name of the show.
That's the show, yeah.
But this is Yucky.
It's
And
Yucky, and then when he transforms, he becomes Yummy Yucky.
Karina, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How are we doing so far?
It's
You just-
fine.
You guys just wanted to watch me draw some weird hair. These are noodles. These are just noodles that he's stuck in there. These are not hairs.
That's not hair.
He just has
You just
some.
stuck them in there intentionally.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
style.
So I see you've decided to kind of move away from the anime tradition of making a protagonist that you like or want anything to do with.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of played out. We've got a lot of shows where we like the protagonist, and I don't know, I feel like Attack on Titan sort of got at it with just making their protagonist just a real shouty crybaby
Yeah,
for a while.
sure.
But even he has some redeeming qualities, and I just think Yucky is not. He's just not.
So he's not he doesn't have a heart of gold or anything like that.
No, he's pretty bad.
Is he the actual kids at your school that played Yu-Gi-Oh! in the cafeteria?
Yeah, he's gonna try and sell me some bootleg cards, and I'm gonna be too intimidated by them to assert myself.
Yeah, sure.
Also, they're gonna pull some rules shenanigans on me. I did try to play with the Yu-Gi-Oh kids at my school, and I was I wasn't prepared. I thought I was into Yu-Gi-Oh, but not nearly enough.
Yeah, you got to really step up your game.
I
Did
should-
you guys have the kids at your school that did the Beyblades in the bathroom sinks?
No.
Or was that just me?
Sinks?
They'd use the sink because it was like a Beyblade hole. What do they call it? The thing you play Beyblade?
Yeah, the hole.
Yeah, you let it rip into the Beyblade hole, and you see which top, does the most spins. Yeah, they would do that in the bathroom and like take up all the sinks, so you couldn't wash your hands because all the sinks had Beyblades in them. I thought this was a common problem.
This is. I must have
Maybe
missed
it is,
that.
and we're
Yeah,
just
I
the
don't.
weird ones.
He does need his like millennium item though.
Yeah, sure.
I need to come.
It was the puzzle in
It was a puzzle.
the
Yeah.
original.
So and it's just sort of like a pyramid shape. I guess what's a yucky puzzle? What would be a yucky puzzle?
I'm trying to think of like what, the yucky kids had at my school. And maybe it's like, I feel like they always had like the weird candy. Do you guys remember that mouth spray candy that was like
Oh
fruity, fruity sweet mouth spray?
Uh-huh.
I'm just having memories right now. I'm just taking a walk
Okay.
down memory lane. He probably has like a bootleg something that he wants to sell you.
Is it just a fidget spinner?
It could just be a fidget spinner.
Is it just a fidget spinner with an eye on it?
Or like a CD. There were a lot of kids at my school that had CDs they wanted to sell me.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's instead of cards, he just has some CDs.
So is he playing Duel Monsters at all?
I don't know. We're still building out the lore of this bootleg world. I'm hacking it up pretty bad
Yeah,
right
you're starting
now.
strong.
Like maybe these CDs, like you need to put them into your Dual Discman, and then the monsters come out. Or maybe they just play songs. But yeah, he's just got a Discman just sort of on his, just
Sure,
strapped to his
yeah.
wrist like that. There it is. These are his dual discs, and I've got to give him some stink lines.
He's
But I've taken
really yucky is the thing.
I've taken up too much time
He-
already.
He looks like a character from either like the Boondocks a little
Mhm.
bit, or maybe like, I don't know, you remember that show Waynehead?
I do remember that
He
show,
looks like a character
Waynehead,
from Waynehead.
but even that was better. That like I don't
Yeah.
want to throw shade on Waynehead.
I would never
because-
throw shade on Waynehead
'cause-
the party's just begun. That was part of the theme song.
Good. And again, this
This ain't no Shamehead. This is
Thank-
Waynehead.
Thank you. And he's a little guy, so he's off to the side. And now, Karina, feel free to add to this in whatever way you feel.
And I feel like you're the only one who knows the other Yu-Gi-Oh series.
The other Yu-Gi-Oh
right?
series.
So who's your favorite protagonist?
Favorite protagonist.
Because I want to see that. I want to see the knockoff protagonist that I don't even know. So I won't even know how to make jokes about it.
Who is my favorite? It would probably be the guy from GX. GX is definitely my favorite one. His name is Jaden.
Okay,
Yuki.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
You're going for a Jaden?
Yeah. I
Jaden.
think we're doing a Jaden.
So, what are some of Jaden's defining features?
He's also got big hair, is the thing.
He kind of has big hair.
He has Yugi's exact face.
Does he?
Yeah, he has like
Are
the
you just
exact
making
same
these
face.
up?
No, he does. He looks almost identical in terms of like face shape and structure. And then he's just got different big hair.
Are you thinking of the same character?
I think so.
Because there's another character in GX who does look exactly like Yugi.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna show Nathan.
You know who I liked? Tristan.
No, you didn't.
You're just saying that to be funny.
No, I like Tristan. He just he was just there. Like Joey was an idiot, but he tried to get involved in stuff, and then Tristan, he never tried to rise above his station as side
So what you're
character.
saying is you wanted a character who knew where he was
Yeah.
and didn't overstep his bounds.
His job is
know
to,
your place.
is to have the hair spike, but not as big of a hair spike as all the other guys
Yeah.
with hair spikes.
And
Just
it's
a
his job to
regular.
stand on the sidelines and go, "Whoa, wow,
Yeah,
crazy."
but he gets the smiley face on his hands.
Here you go. Look at this Jaden, Nathan.
They do not look the same.
His face is the exact same as Yugi's face. They just
Okay,
well,
they
that's-
made him.
Look
They
up.
just put different hair on his
Look up
head.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Cyrus, and that one looks like Yugi.
Which is the one where they're on motorcycles?
5Ds.
5Ds.
What
Not-
are the 5Ds? Can you list them for me?
Not off the top of my head because I did not watch that one all the
I
way
bet
through.
one is
Oh my
duels.
god. Is one of
No,
them
there's
duels?
Is one Destiny?
It's dragons.
Oh, it's
They're
dragons?
different dragons.
Duels, dragons,
think.
Destiny, Dilbert.
Dilbert.
Duh. That's the fifth one.
The fifth one is duh.
This was, pre-crisis Dilbert fandom.
We need a name for this knockoff Jaden. Is he jaded?
Yeah.
Jaded
Yuki.
Jaded Yuki.
And he's just sort of over it.
Yeah,
a
and he
little
just
bit.
sends really weird tweets all day.
He doesn't play the card game at all. He hates it. He's very passive aggressive. He subtweets constantly. Just over it.
They're all at school together. I'm imagining, because I like the fiction of this is just sort of, and I'm imagining my high school. I think you can map any high school onto this, because there was the trophy case, and then there were the trophy case kids who would always hang out by the trophy case, and then next to the trophy case kids were the Yu-Gi-Oh kids who would play Yu-Gi-Oh.
So there's like a hierarchy.
Yeah. So I'm just imagining this is all sort of taking place in sort of the indoor. These are the indoor kids at my high school.
Yeah, he's like a normal height.
So jaded Yuki, like, he hangs out with these like loser kids,
Mhm.
but he also like constantly tweets about how lame it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
he thinks he's above it, but he's always there.
It's like, this is where I get my material.
Like he's like relative to Yucky, he's pretty normal.
Yeah. Well,
He's
everyone
just
is.
jaded.
He's just jaded.
Yeah, he's just jaded.
Yeah.
He failed to kind of break into the popular crowd. I like that this version we've made doesn't involve playing the card game at all.
Yeah.
No. I
It's
think
not. We took that out. That's the first thing we did. Was take out the cards.
The card game was extra. It was all about the characters and their friendship
Yeah.
and the smiley face they drew on their hands.
I think that it was very much about the card game. Then the friendship was extra.
Well, because
They're constantly card battling.
It's
It never
definitely
stops.
not like one big commercial. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe they've all been sent to the Shadow Realm, and this is what the Shadow Realm
This is what it actually is.
That's like detention at their school. That's it. You kids are going to the Shadow Realm.
That's just what they call it.
You were spinning your dang Beyblades in the sink again. We're sending you straight to the Shadow Realm. They do play Beyblades in this,
Yeah,
knockoff version.
They do play Beyblade, but just the toy. Like, it's the toy, and it's sponsored by Beyblade.
Yeah, it's just as unimpressive as it was in real life. That show was one of those where it's like the discrepancy between the show and real life was so large. In the show, they would spin them and dragons would come out and like do dragon fights.
Right.
And in real life, it's just two tops.
It's just
and they
some
bump like
tops.
twice and then stop.
Because
I don't think there was any strategy.
there is sort of a theater of the mind that happens with a trading card game, because you're summoning and you're sacrificing and you're casting spells, and so. But with tops, you're watching the tops spin. The top's not going to spin better if you then lay down a spell card next to it.
Yeah, totally.
Unless it does, in which case
That's impressive.
that's actually pretty rad, and I would play that game. If they put some AI in some tops that know to spin better,
They didn't do that.
they didn't do that.
Yeah, they super didn't do that.
That's a good shirt.
Does it say I'd rather not be here?
Yeah, he's just a normal kid.
So it's like wherever he is, he'd rather not be there.
Yeah.
That's a statement about himself and his mental place, you know? This is like the garden state of anime. It's more about him and his like internal struggle, coming to terms with himself.
Yeah, this is definitely the fan favorite of this knockoff show. Oh, and he's doing a Jaden. He's doing
That's
a
what
Jaden.
he does.
He's Jaded Smith. So many layers.
Not to be confused with Neo Yokio, which is a real anime that stars Jaden Smith.
Oh my god. What is real life anymore and what is fake? What is Drawfee and what is real?
The thing is,
He's got like normal hair.
their eyes aren't real because they're cartoon characters.
Yeah.
So that tweet makes way more sense.
He's like kind of aware that he's in a cartoon.
He's having a crisis.
Oh, it's good.
Well, you do know what this like whole knockoff needs? It needs one person who actually plays the card game.
Okay. Yeah.
It would be Kaiba.
Oh, yeah. Kaiba would be just like, you guys aren't taking it seriously.
Are we playing or what?
Kaiba would.
Kaiba is like
Kaiba's just like, does anybody actually want to play this game?
There's a reason I made the Duel Monsters Club, and you all joined it.
It's like, we just didn't want to go outside. But sure, dude.
It's like the Breakfast Club.
Right, because
of
he's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
because Kaiba's the rich kid who just like buys all the cards online, and everyone else is like, well, yeah, you have all the best cards, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
would we?
he's like the actual Yu-Gi-Oh kid.
He's so tall. What a big tall goober. There was a period where
I love this.
he comes off the top of the canvas. Take this seriously.
You guys.
Are any of you man enough to duel me?
I'm trying to think of like a pun for his name. What if he's just Kaiba?
Yeah, it's just Kaiba.
What if it's just Kaiba? What if
only
this is
thing
the
I was-
first knockoff we do that has
It's normal Kaiba.
it's just
Except it's instead of Seto, it's Seth.
Seth Kaiba?
It's Seth Kaiba. If you're not gonna take it seriously, don't come to the meetings.
The last time we played, you just ripped up one of my cards after we finished. It's like, yeah, because that card's cheap. It's cheap bullshit. Exodia's tournament banned.
In high school, me and some friends got really into like Magic the Gathering,
Uh-huh.
and one of my friends got too into it and like looked up like the best decks,
Uh-huh.
and then just ordered all the cards in that deck and just made this like unstoppable deck that beat us every single time. And after like one day of that, we're like, well, we're just not gonna play anymore. And now your deck is worthless. Like I literally can't do anything about this. It's just better.
Can I admit something to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently, like more recently than I care to admit, my friends and I got into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like
How recently, Nathan?
like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Nathan, that's pretty recent.
It's too recent. And we spent an embarrassing amount of money buying cards to try and like one up each other's decks.
Wow, Nathan, even I don't do that.
Yeah, no, you just watch the show.
That's like
Look,
the adult
listen,
version of this game.
Listen, I was getting over a breakup and I needed something.
Oh man,
And
I feel that,
something
Nathan.
was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Trevor knows. Trevor was not part of this, but he watched as all of his friends were just buying Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it started, what I like to do is I'll look up the strategies, but then I'll just print the cards off the internet and then like tape them to playing cards because I didn't want to spend the money. I'm like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But then they started buying the cards and I felt bad because I was like, well, I can't just in good conscience just keep printing off the better cards. So then I started buying the cards and it became this arms race of and then we were just like, okay, I think we're done.
Yeah, you reach a point where
I think we're done.
There's diminishing returns.
I think we don't like playing this game anymore, but we spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah, that's the problem with playing as an adult. It's like when you're a kid, there's a limit.
There are
because,
parental limits, yeah.
You get a new booster pack like, every, few weeks maybe when you can get your parents to buy you one.
Right.
And so it's like every kid's deck is like a little crappy. And you hope for the best each time. But as an adult, you just have expendable income now.
Yeah.
It's not good.
And yeah, you can just be as irresponsible as you want.
I've definitely thought about doing that, but I talk myself out every time. So you're just weak.
Yep. The truth is I am weak, but now we need to have something else in this
Let me
this
hop
good
in.
drawing
Let me finish
that
it
we've
off.
got going.
I mean, when I came in here, there was always only one character I was going to draw, and that's Joey Wheeler. I mean, there's no world. No, Karina, I would never draw Tristan for any reason. And that's what you need to understand.
Something you need to understand about me. I would never draw Tristan for any reason.
I will never draw Tristan. So my favorite thing about Joey Wheeler is that they're all ostensibly in Japan, and he's just from Brooklyn, and no one addresses it.
No.
And he just plays into it so hard. So I think that like my knockoff Joey is gonna be, his name is Jimmy. I'm walking here.
Jimmy, I'm walking here. Okay.
And he's just gonna be like this incredible New York stereotype.
Great.
Like crank that up to 11. His accent is, you can't understand him at all. He's just like, hey, come on, I'm gonna boo da doo bagoo. And they're like, Joey, what?
Joey, I feel like that's offensive, but it's like,
I don't think you're supposed to is that a stereotype?
is that
Joey?
a Joey, what are you talking about?
Come on, it's the boogaboo. Joey, stop.
Joey, please. Jimmy? Joey.
Joey? I forget. I don't know your actual name.
His mouth is just always full of like meatball parm.
Oh yeah, let's get that in here.
You can't understand what he's saying.
I gotta make his head a little smaller. I made it too big. No, you know what? I'm not going to. This is the size of it. Yeah, he's just got a big old like hoagie just hanging out of his mouth at all times.
In the lore of the show, aren't he and Tristan like Yugi's bullies for all of like one episode or like part of an episode, and then it's just like,
well, in the show,
Yes.
they don't even show that part. They flash back to it briefly. They're like, remember when I was your bully? And like, you're watching the first episode as a kid, and you're like, no, I don't remember that. Is this the first episode of the show? And they flash back to stuff that you never saw and never will see because they skipped it. It's really bizarre.
It doesn't matter at that point.
no. Oh, the teeth. Oh, those teeth, Jacob.
Yeah, he's just he's chomping in big time. Jimmy, I'm walking
So
here.
Jimmy, I'm walking. Is he part of the Duel Monsters, the trading card club? Is he part of the club, or is
No
he
one is
just...
sure.
The way I see it, these are all just like Seth Kaiba has the Yu-Gi-Oh Club like in the library. He's the only member. And then these are just the people who also show up at the library.
library
By
during
chance.
lunch? Yeah. It really is. We made the Breakfast Club. This is a perfect one-to-one. We thought we were knocking off Yu-Gi-Oh, but we've instead knocked off that classic 80s movie, The Breakfast Club.
Okay, I gotta make some more space here
Uh-huh.
because he's gonna have some hair. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be like the most extreme. It's like a mullety sort of deal. This looks like Kaiji. Have you ever seen the anime Kaiji?
No.
This looks
Yes.
just like that. I whoopsied and made another anime instead.
Just ripping off of
Oops.
everything but Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, so we're just gonna take this way out here.
Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah. So they're playing with cards sometimes, but there's no like ancient lineage or actual magic powers. This is just a high school slice of life show. And it's not too true to life.
It's also not good.
It's also not good. Yeah, I think that's important.
Like none of them like each other.
None of them like each other. None of them have any redeeming value. I mean, I guess I think Jaded is probably the most of an audience surrogate that we get, because it's like, why are you? I don't want to be here. You
Why
you
are
don't
you
have to
watching
be
this?
here. I have to be here because I've been drawn into this.
God, I made this head so big.
Keep it.
Just a little bit. I just need a little bit of space to work with here.
He's got to be walking.
He's gotta be. He's
gotta be-
walking here.
Where's he walk? Oh, here. Good.
He's got a Mets cap on. He's gonna have like a, you know. he's
It's
gonna have
okay.
like a
We
I
all
love
live
New
in New
York.
York, so this is okay. I've lived in New York for almost 7 years. He loves it.
Yeah, I totally saw Jimmy on the way to work.
This is such a real person that we interact with on a day-to-day basis.
It's
It's
that
actually our coworker Jimmy.
Our coworker Jimmy.
the thing about him too is that I'm walking here is probably not his last name. That's just what he says whenever
Yeah.
anyone asks him any questions. So they're like, "Hey, you're new to the school. What's your name?" He's like, "Jimmy." They're like, "Oh, what's your last name?" "I'm walking here."
Yeah, and he's just walking.
Is that what you're doing, or is
Jimmy,
that
you're-
your name?
Jimmy,
Come on.
You're in class. Please sit down. No, I'm walking.
No, I'm
He just
walking over
paces-
here.
He doesn't leave class. He just paces around the room, and the teachers are all just sort of okay with it.
Yeah, he's got these little legs.
Oh, look at them. Yeah, he doesn't get that far. That's why he's always walking. It takes him a long time to get anywhere.
Yeah, he's just got some boots on. Those boots are made for walking.
Jacob, I know you already said, what was it, Kaiji was the anime?
Yes.
You also did just give him the exact facial expression that, like, Titans have when they're eating a person.
You are absolutely right. Oh yeah, the shirt's gonna have like some stains on it too, because he always has a hoagie in his mouth, and it's
Yeah.
always so wet.
Is it always the same one?
Unclear. No one knows
Can't
for
prove
sure.
it
No one knows.
isn't.
No one's ever seen him finish eating it.
Yeah, it's always just hanging out of his
It's
mouth.
just it's like gum. He doesn't actually eat it. He just spits it out when the flavor runs out.
Yeah, let's get some lines here so you know.
He spits it into his hand and then sticks it under the underside of a table like it's gum. They're just partially chewed sandwiches.
Just littering the underside of his desk, constantly just like falling off, like meatballs are falling out from under there. Yeah, and he is walking here, that's for sure. Yeah, I think this is this
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, Karina, is this Yu-Gi-Oh? Did we do Yu-Gi-Oh the Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, sure.
He's got a little elbow.
I guess before we finish, is there any last tidbit of Yu-Gi-Oh lore you'd like to share with us?
Do you want to like pitch the show so that maybe we can convince the audience that it's time to get back
This
in?
can be the 7th Yu-Gi-Oh show.
The seventh seal has been
Once
broken.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains wraps up, we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Breakfast Club.
Oh God, I do love it though. Yu-Gi-Oh! Breakfast Club AU, I am into.
Yeah, like they need to find a new thing to market since they can't market cards anymore. Since the only person who plays the cards is Seth.
Yeah.
So their merchandising will get really weird. It'll be like fidget spinners and CDs and hoagies.
Yeah, they're really diversifying their output.
Oh my God, what if like Yucky's hair is just full of gross food? What if Jimmy I'm walking here is just like taking food right out of his hair to munch on?
Oh, so you're saying there's like
He's just leaving these hoagies in there.
yeah, there's like hoagies, there's a meatball
That's why they're
sub
such
right
good
here.
friends, because they're both just gross.
Yeah, they're not friends at all. They survive kind of like, you know, the alligator and the bird that like eats
Yeah.
the stuff off of its teeths. That's what they're called.
Yeah, teeths.
They have a symbiotic
They have a
relationship.
symbiotic relationship.
They don't ever speak. They just kind of pass each other and exchange hoagies.
Yeah, this truly is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ew. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, this has been.
Please.
Hey, let's wrap this up.
We're wrapping up here.
This has been Drawfee. Let us know what you'd like to see us knock off next and see just how awful a job we do. Remember to comment it was me if you're the one who suggested the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Go ahead and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, your Yu-Gi-Oh loving friends. Tell them that no matter how much they like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not as embarrassing as a late 20-something-year-old spending a lot of money on cards. Subscribe to this channel. All of our social info is in the description if you want to follow us on Twitter. Karina makes the good Hanzos.
That's
The
what
best.
I'm known
The
for.
best ones I've ever seen.
Thanks for watching, and we're sorry over
We're
here.
sorry over here. Come on. Sorry.